Are we
It's
recording?
starting.
Oh, there we
It's
go.
live.
We're starting.
It's
We're
live.
live now.
Hey,
Awesome.
everyone.
Now we just
Hello,
have to
hello.
wait for the people.
Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Anyone here? Say hello. There we go. They're coming in.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome, everyone. I want you to meet Orlando and Pete from Toolhouse.
Hello.
Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome.
That's awesome. Thanks for having us. Thanks for
Thanks for
having
coming.
us.
We're very
Yeah.
excited to see what you're going to present today. I see you've been a really active member of the community, helping everyone. So looking forward to what you're going to teach them today.
Absolutely. Well, shall we get started? Shall we wait a minute to see if people trickle in? And
Yes. Wait.
All
Let's
right.
wait a little bit. Let everyone get situated.
Yes. And also, this is being recorded as always. So after this, you can just come back to the event page and the recording will be embedded there.
Awesome.
So it's okay. Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, my name is Orlando. Everybody calls me Orly. And this is Pete. We are from Toolhouse, and we're here to support everybody in the community who wants to build some lovable projects. So whether you have an idea or if you perhaps are still thinking about, taking your idea to the next level, you might not only want to play around with Lovable and Supabase, but you want to maybe add some agentic capabilities. So what I'm going to do, as everybody, someone is already complimenting the t-shirt. I love that. Halloween is my favorite holiday. You know what, Alex? You're right. That's an amazing holiday.
Me too.
Candy, fun, being crazy,
Awesome.
doing things.
Yeah. I volunteer at a very weird parade every year, so I have a whole bunch of these.
That's nice. I usually just put on, I have a dead Harry Potter costume. So that's my Halloween outfit of every year. It's like I put a scar here, a little bit of stuff on my face, so I look like kind of like I'm not alive. And then I'm like, I'm a zombie Harry Potter. And I have some glasses that are circular. So anyways.
It's a great time of year.
Oh, someone wants to meet your dog, Brent.
I know. Roxy. Rox. Hey.
Come hey, Roxy.
Come, say hello. Come.
Say hi to the stream.
Up.
Chat, this is unique. You'll never get to
Roxy,
see this again.
You gonna come up? Come on.
Welcome from
New Zealand. Wow.
New Zealand.
I think I woke her up, so she's not too keen.
Yeah.
Roxy's a little shy.
Well, she was asleep, so
there we go.
I mean, I wouldn't want to. Oh,
Nice.
hello,
Roxy. Everyone say hello.
Wow, it's like a little bit like a Doge dog. You know what I mean? Kind of similar fur color. Oh, there's another Roxy in the chat. Chat, we have a Roxy on the screen and on the chat. Hi, Roxy, in the chat. How you doing? All right.
Everyone said hello to Roxy.
All right, go.
All right. So a couple of housekeeping. You can ask chat. You can ask questions in the chat, or there is a Q&A section, right? That's an icon with a question mark, I assume.
Yep.
You want to ask questions, and we'll answer those at the end of the stream, whether they're lovable question, Toolhouse question, other questions. We'll try to answer everything. If we do not answer your question, it's maybe because we don't know the answer. In that case, go inside of the forum and open a thread there and ask your questions, and I'm sure somebody will get to you. So with that being said, yeah, we have Mike who raised his hand, I assume, in the chat. I don't know what that means, but is that already like a question or no?
No, I don't know how to disable the raise.
Oh, okay.
Just ignore that.
All right. Which part of Italy am I from? Well, I was born in Florence, so I'm a Toscano, but I live in Texas. But you will learn about us just in a second. I'm going to share my screen, actually, so everybody can see, hopefully, with high quality. All right. Perfect. Let's begin. No infinity mirroring allowed. So greetings, everybody. Welcome to Planet Earth, where we're now trying to build amazing software with the power of vibe coding. Again, thank you again, everybody from Lovable, Brent and Talisha. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity today to present a little bit about how you can make agentic experiences inside of Lovable, especially using Toolhouse. And so some people might be asking, what are agents? Why do I need to build agents inside of your Lovable project when you build it? Well, everybody knows about AI by now, hopefully. But what do you know about agents? Agents are basically the ability to give some work to an AI, and the AI can basically take on a task and give you an output that's very well thought. That's the easiest way to explain it. So whether you want an agent to do some research for you, assist with a query from a user, or potentially do some more advanced actions like sending emails, retrieving data from a database, or just all this fun stuff, then that's what you can do with agentic AI. And you can easily implement this inside of your Lovable project thanks to companies like Toolhouse. And so Toolhouse is basically this platform that makes it super simple for you to add agentic functionalities to your existing or brand new Lovable project. And so hopefully this is exciting for you, because we'll show you some examples that Pete has built, and we'll go over some of the things that you can also build based on your use cases or ideas or dreams. So I'm reading the chat here. We're in Texas. I'm in Grapevine. I'm in Austin, Texas. All right. Lovable recently launched a service adopted for mobile phones. Okay. Yes, true. So this is me. I'm a funny guy. Sometimes I wonder, what am I doing in life? But right now I'm building Toolhouse. I'm just the co-founder of Toolhouse. I live in Austin, Texas, like I mentioned a second ago. If you want to connect with me for whatever question you might have about, the shipped the whole program, or if you want to ask questions about agentic AI or Toolhouse, this is a QR code which will link you to my LinkedIn. Keep it going, I guess, the conversation. And if there's something I really love to do, I love to ride bikes. I have 5 bikes, gravel, road, and mountain bikes, and then 2 electric bikes. So that's all I do. That's my only hobby in life. And I guess eating food, but I guess everybody eats food. Pete, do you want to do your intro?
Yeah, hi, I'm Pete. I'm based in the San Francisco Bay Area, and I am a software engineer advocate for Toolhouse. I'm free to answer any questions. Just shoot me a DM, or my LinkedIn's right there. Some stuff I like to do, I'm a big boxer. I like Muay Thai. Also, rock climbing, bouldering, super great. So let me know if you guys have any questions, and yeah.
All right. Thanks for that intro, Pete. I'll keep the slides going, and we shall go over the plan for today. We'll keep it very simple. We're going to show you how to build a Lovable chatbot. We're going to show you how to build a Lovable app. And then we're going to show you how to add Toolhouse inside of your existing app. And there's different ways we can do that, and mostly are just Lovable projects that we built in the last couple of days or weeks. And so we're going to go and jump straight into that, unless anybody has any questions. Let's see in the chat. I've been trying to plug my GPT into Lovable, and it's not gone great. Hope to see some ways to work with this. All right, maybe we can help. I think we can definitely help. And so if you're wondering what that looks like, well, I was going to do this, where is everybody from? I was really curious, like a little icebreaker exercises. If you can just drop into the chat, where are you from? Where are you connecting from? I would love to see kind of like where in the world everybody's from. It's one of the things, like, where are the vibe coders in the world? All right, here's the answer flooding in. We got Australia, Mexico, New York City, Belgium, Uruguay. Wow, nice. Phoenix. Some of these places I've actually, I've been visiting. Oh, another person from Austin. Lovely. London. Belgium.
Represent.
That's so cool. Awesome. So
Everyone's everywhere.
everyone's from everywhere. That's all the time. So for everybody who's like really late at night, thank you for being here with us today. For those who are, watching this in a different time zone later, thank you for watching us. Hopefully we'll share some good insights with you. So so let's jump straight into some agents with, I guess, web agents, I would like to call them. We have 3 for you here. We have a trip planner, an AI gym coach, and then a resume builder or analyzer. All these projects have been built on Lovable with some of the Toolhouse superpowers. So let's go ahead and just launch it. The first one here. Okay, so this is a trip planner. Pete, do you want to kind of give an overview of what is and why you built this?
Yeah, recently I've been going on a lot of trips, but sometimes I don't know, what to do. So I need something to do research for me. So I built a trip planner agent so I could be able to make plans for what I want to do throughout, my time abroad. So right now what Orlando's doing is he's putting in a country and then like the days of when to go so he can get like things that are actually happening currently or whenever the your trip is going to be. And then
I'm going in August. So August 4th until August 12th, I guess. That would give me enough days to see Barcelona, Spain. So next thing we'll have to do is this button here. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so what our agent is doing right now is it's searching the internet for stuff to do, things that are happening in that time frame, so we could make a working plan for you. So I built the agent in like 15 minutes, super easy on Toolhouse, and here you can see like plans on what to do, where to go, and everything. Yeah. So
Awesome.
Example.
So now people might be asking, okay, this is amazing. How did you build this? How did you do this? Well, this is the part where Toolhouse kicks in, I guess. And we'll give you a rough overview of how you can do that. So in Toolhouse, it's interesting. Okay. Let me just take from here. So in Toolhouse, you basically have a very similar interface to what you're familiar with in Lovable. And you can ask Toolhouse to build you some sort of agent. An agent, like I said earlier, is some AI-powered like little person that can basically do a task for you. So let's see what the agent that Pete built. Let's see what the knowledge behind it was. Okay, there's a lot of text here. So Pete has been spending a lot of tokens, but okay, here we go. So if I just take this endpoint here, and we'll show you in a second how we can build this, we should be able to see the initial chat. Let's see if we can get it from here. Otherwise, Pete, do you have the text from somewhere that we can share, like the prompt?
Yeah, of course. I can go into my agent studio right now.
Okay, interesting. So you can see like the agent is like streaming here by default. It was a Korea trip. And so as the agent gets, the initial message from the user, it's then streaming the answer back to you. All we're doing with the Lovable builder, what we're doing is basically say, hey, make it look pretty, add colors, etc., etc. But all the processing of the information is happening on Toolhouse. So let's pretend. Actually, I'm going to show you 2 more examples. There's another one here, AI gym coach. Very similar, right? Like fitness goal, I want to build some muscle because as you know, I don't eat enough protein or I don't work out enough. So I click next here. Whoops, I clicked on the stream screen. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to reveal that I'm 6 feet or 183 centimeters, doxing myself, 80 kilos. So and I work out. I'd love to 3 times a week. So just like that, after going through this URL, right? Like I have this app that's been built with Lovable, and then after adding information into the UI, all this data is then sent over to Toolhouse, and Toolhouse processes it and gives you an answer just like that. And so what do we have here, Pete? What did we build here?
So basically, we just built a custom workout program based off of what you need, your availabilities, and it shows you, oh, what I have to do every day based off of what my goals are. Maybe I want to lose weight. Maybe I want to build muscle. So all I did was I asked Toolhouse to create an agent for me,
Like
which
here,
is
right?
yeah, right there in the agent studio. I just want to build a workout, make a workout planner that's based off of my height, weight, and how many days I want to work out per week. And all I did was I copy and pasted the endpoint from Toolhouse into Lovable, and it worked with their UI. And then it worked to build a UI for users to use.
That's right. And we'll show you how to build one from scratch as a nice extra in a minute. So let me close this. And then the other beautiful thing about working with Lovable is that you can add features to your web app, to your app as you desire. So for example, like obviously Pete asked, hey, actually show me my goal up here at the top. And then also added the ability to email a plan. And if you want to regenerate it, these buttons are all connected with Toolhouse. And then another thing that you can do is you can chat with the workout down here. Is this connected to Toolhouse as well, Pete?
Yeah, it's connected in the same message. So our agents are stateful agents, which remember everything, your previous messages, and then so it could react based off of what I'm saying.
So I'm going to ask the AI agent to amend my initial plan in a conversational way, right? I'm just saying, hey, you know what? I don't really have time to do this like 3 times a week. How about one time? Now let's see if it works. All right. So now, as you can see, I sent that message. Okay, there's maybe some parsing tweaks to do here, but the answer, here we go, starts from here actually. If you're planning to go to the gym just once, I can create a comprehensive full body workout routine that targets all major muscle, etc., etc. So there you go. This is just to show you that with Toolhouse, you can build like a whole conversational interface that can answer any needs that either you, the people that are signed up to your program, to your project, whatever, like after they log in, they can have these experiences themselves. And all it is, it's basically you building the prompt that gives the personality, the goals, and the limitation, to your agent. Okay. Do we have any questions about this?
Yeah. Also, one more thing. Our
Yes.
agents are come preloaded with a lot of tools. Like for example, I'm using one agent for this entire web app. So just one agent runs does all the processing for me. It can also do other things like send me an email.
Yeah. Let's see if
and
this works. Wow. Okay. So there's another view. I can say, hey, send me this via email. Orlando@toolhouse.ai. Send an email. And hopefully the agent will, there you go, down here. Your workout plan has been sent to Orlando@toolhouse.ai. Perfect. Now let's see. I'm going to open my Gmail on a different screen and see if I get it in the next couple of minutes. It's going to take a few minutes, so FYI. So while that, oh, I think it just got here really quick. Okay. So I'm going to open it, pop out, and bring it here. And there you have it. We just got 0 minutes ago. The email has been sent to me. And all of this because the agent that Pete built has access to many, many superpowers, one of which is the ability to send emails. So you don't have to mess around with like backend and write code and have the agent can just do it for you. You don't have to build that integration yourself because the agent comes preloaded with superpowers. And if you're curious about which superpowers we have, you just go to Toolhouse and we have web search, code interpretation, etc., etc. And there's more here. For some reason, I can't scroll. One sec. Oh, interesting. Maybe if I refresh. Nope, I think there's a bug in in my window right now. I'm not able to scroll up and down. But anyway, you get the point. There's many more here. For example, search X. If you want to look on Twitter for certain tweets, the agent can do that for you. If you want to like look at Amazon, you just do a web scrape. You can do a web search rather. You can potentially do that, right? You have multiple options for that. So anyway, that was just to give you an idea of what you can do with Toolhouse and Lovable. And finally, the last demo that we have before we jump into a build session is this one here. This one is a resume analyzer, very similar. It's something that can help people who are just getting started looking for a job, or maybe you haven't written your resume in forever. So you can just copy paste your resume here, or you can upload it. All of this has been built with Lovable again. And what happens in the background is once the PDF is loaded into the browser, it then gets sent to Toolhouse, and the agent analyzes it for you. So here, let's see what comes out for that. Meanwhile, I go back into the chat and see. Oh, wow, there's a lot of questions already. I'm going to start answering some.
Yeah, we have a job search. We have a tool specifically for job search, actually. You just ask find me jobs based off of X, Y, and Z, and then it'll be able to
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So just to answer some questions, LT asked, is this similar to N8N or just easier to use? I guess it's less work than N8N. There's no workflow, no integration. We already pre-build all of that for you. Of course, if you ever have some needs for extra superpowers, just come and ask. How does this compare to N8N? There's no node builder, I guess. I think it's more user-friendly than N8N. Thank you. What LLMs do you tap into? Well, the vibe coding version of Toolhouse, which is what we're going to show you in a second, is going to be OpenAI. So, and it's like the 4.1 model. Is it a simplified version of API? I'm not familiar with API, so I cannot comment on that. Question, to train the bot, are you have it scrape any knowledge base or your page? You can ask the bot to scrape knowledge, or you can write a prompt and just paste all of the knowledge inside of the prompt. How is it different from creating a GPT? Where is it hosted? It's hosted on Toolhouse, and it gives you an API URL that you can call inside of Lovable, and that's why the magic happens, since you don't have to host it. All right. What else? Oh, the chat just scrolled down. Oh, whoops. Okay, here we go. Are we a competition to Lovable? No, absolutely not. We are just a agentic backend. I would say, if anything, we're closer to Supabase than anything. But we give you agents, not just a database.
Yeah, we help run your website. Lovable is like the car, we're like the engine.
Yeah, I guess Lovable is like the beautiful Ferrari, like the body of the website, and we're like the one part of the engine inside. That's how I would explain it when people ask me.
It's fine.
Do you like Ferraris?
Yes, keep going. That's it.
Okay, we can say McLaren if you didn't like that. Okay, there's other questions. All right, let's jump into the next part of the workshop because I know we're constrained in time. Potential.
Toolhouse makes custom agents. All you have to do is prompt it. So we just do it based off of the prompt, and then you could change the prompt, specify which tools you want to use when building your own agent. So we keep track of the cost with runs. So we have runs. We have on our base sandbox plan is 50 runs a month, and then we have a pro plan which gives you more runs. So it's just basically like using or we do it by API calls.
All right. So right now what I'm doing is, this is how we use Lovable inside of Toolhouse. We basically ask Lovable to build us a website, and then we just let it run. If you have enough credits, you can obviously add as much or as little as you need to the website that's going to be built in the next couple of seconds. And then what you can do, you can actually then now say, okay, I know the website is going to be built. Let me go and build an agent to support this website. So in this example, I want to build a beautiful flower shop, and I want to add a chat widget which allows the user of the flower website to ask recommendations from the AI. So how do we do that? Sign up for Toolhouse at join.toolhouse.ai. Maybe, Pete, you can put that in the chat for everybody. And then once you're logged in, and again, we're also obviously, we have a free plan like everybody else. I'm going to write a prompt here. I'm going to say act as a flower shop assistant. The users will be asking you about flower specific questions. Your job is to give short and concise answers that help the user in the choosing of their flowers and other floral. I think that's the word, floral. It's a beautiful word. I guess that's not a word. That's what Google's telling me. Floral. Sorry. Second language speaker here. So another floral related queries. All right. All I have to do now is press this button, and we're building an agent with the power of Toolhouse. So on the right-hand side, you can see what the prompt for your agent is going to look like. And then all we have to do now is click, this button that says deploy. Let me reset. There you go. Click this button here, deploy. And now what happened is your agent has been deployed. It's live. And now the beautiful part of this is we have a Lovable button. This is where the magic happens. You click here, and we already built a prompt for you that will allow you to integrate this agent inside of Lovable. So I'm going to click this button, and then I'm going to go to the beautiful flower website. Oh, it's ready. Okay, there's definitely some colors that I might want to edit in a minute, but you can see there is no chat interface. So here in Lovable at the bottom, I copied the prompt down here. I press this button, and it's going to give instructions to Lovable to actually add the agent. But I have to do a little tweak. I'm going to start by saying, please add a chat widget to this website. And then I'll just paste and tweak from clipboard. Instead of being a chatbot interface similar to ChatGPT, I'm going to write the chat widget is similar to a chatbot interface for customer support. And then when the user loads the widget, all right, I think that's all I have to do. And then I submit it, and I'm going to let Lovable take it from here. And in a couple of seconds, what's going to happen, hopefully, is we'll see our widget appear. And again, you can have it as a widget. You can have it as a big part of, main, kind of like in the middle of your website, kind of like how Pete did it here. It can just be here. It's up to you. It's a Lovable website, meaning you can refine it as many times as you want. You can play around, and you can basically make it your dream experience. You are the person who is the pilot of the final results, thanks to Lovable, and with a little bit of power given from the Toolhouse agent. So, okay, it's working. I'm going to let it rip, as we say, and then that's it. I mean, you can see that when you deploy, when you click deploy your agent, if for some reason you don't like it, you can just say, actually, you are no longer a flower assistant. You are now a car assistant. And then if you submit this, it's going to change the agent. And there you go. It's going to write another agent for you. All you have to do is deploy it again. I'm not going to deploy it now because I want to keep it to the flowers so we can test whether the thing works here. And there we go. Let me hit a little refresh. Let me go into a new tab just so it looks nice and wide. And I can see here, edit with Lovable. Nope. Here's the widget. Okay. Bloom and Blossom support. Wow. Okay. For a birthday gift, consider this popular. Okay. I'm going to say, actually, I don't want to buy flowers for a birthday, but rather as a sorry, I missed up situation with my wife. What should I do? And now what's going to happen is your message is going to be sent over to Toolhouse. The agent will create a response and give you some advice. Again, depending how you build your prompt for your agent, similar to how you build your prompt for your Lovable interface, you are able to change the behavior of the agent to like help you with whatever. You can add URLs into the prompt of the agent and say, hey, when the user asks you a question, go and do some web search on this website, or here's some recipes maybe, or here's some other information. So you can literally make it whatever you want it to be. So, okay, I think that's pretty much all we have. Next steps, sign up for Toolhouse if you want to get started. It's free. It's literally, join.toolhouse.ai. We have some projects here that I'm going to copy paste into the chat, and then go be amazing. Build your own agents. We are so excited to see what you want to build. And so, yeah, thank you everybody for attending the workshop. We're going to answer questions. If you have any question that we cannot answer right now, please leave them into the project support area of Lovable, which, it's on the left-hand side up here. Perfect. All right, now into the Q&A section.
I saw a good question I wanted you guys to answer here. What is the benefit of using a Toolhouse agent rather than building an agent in Lovable directly?
So building an agent with Toolhouse gives your agents access to all our tools. So things like sending emails, doing web search, X search, LinkedIn search. We can do all that through the agent. Do all the processing, all the data processing, all of that good stuff.
Yeah, that answers it. That's pretty much it. We just made it super simple for you to get started. You don't have to try to figure out how to connect an agent that you build inside of Lovable, I suppose. All right.
Sorry. Yeah, Val, that's a good question. So for Toolhouse, we use GPT right now, but you can also bring your own model. So if you want to use Claude, Grok, you bring your own API key, and then you could use that as the model.
Right. I'm gonna answer questions in reverse, from the oldest to the newest one that I can see here in the live Q&A section, and then we can answer the ones in the chat which we haven't answered. Why would I use something like Toolhouse over Make and other solutions that allow us to build agents? Okay, so Make.com, it's like a integration platform, I suppose. I'm not super familiar with Make.com, but if it's anything like Zapier, they don't really host an endpoint for you to call to start the agent itself. And so that's probably one of the reasons why I would use Toolhouse over that. You have full control over the agent, and it's also very vibe coder friendly. So that's one answered question, hopefully. Which agent or AI model would you recommend to handle companies' technical knowledge or secret data? That is a very important question. If you have secret data, the best thing you can do is to purchase a private subscription to OpenAI's enterprise model. But it's very, very expensive. I guess Fortune 500 companies do it. If you don't do that, I suggest look into open source models, and you can install on large hosting cloud providers like Amazon, Google Cloud, Azure. You can run your own open source AI models. However, then you need to figure out how to connect your model to an AI agentic infrastructure, and that comes with its own challenges. Right now at Toolhouse, we do not support bring your own AI infrastructure, but actually, I lied. There is a way. It's just very expensive in terms of explaining it on stream today. It's very long. Sorry, not expensive. So we can talk about it. Follow up with us on LinkedIn, and we can talk about it. Which agent model would you recommend? Okay, I just answered that. Sorry. Next one. Which large language model is used to power Toolhouse. We're using OpenAI 4.1 right now because we are a startup and we were given access to that one. Do you have a discount for Lovable Shipped members? Absolutely. It's free to get started. So just go to join.toolhouse.ai and then feel free to get in touch with either me and Pete, and we can talk about finding a coupon code for you. In fact, I think we do have one somewhere, but I was not prepared. I did not prepare that. But I can follow up with you. Just follow me on, add me, let's communicate. Or ask in the Shipped forum, hey, say, hey, I want the coupon code, and I will respond because I read all of the threads. Okay, next question. I want an AI agent to search jobs on behalf of me. For example, Java, Angular, okay. Especially switchers on LinkedIn or some other website. Can you know if it's possible? We do have a MCP server which allows you to search LinkedIn. I don't think it's the jobs section of LinkedIn, but we can take this offline. Otherwise, you can just use regular web search and provide URL of a website that might make sense for you, such as Naukri, which I don't know what that is, but maybe that is one of them. Can you show us how to call the API endpoints? Nick, absolutely. So the API endpoint on Toolhouse, you go to your agents, the PowerShop assistant. I'm going to hit the deploy button again. Oh, whoops. Oh, interesting. We just run into a bug. Let's see. Okay, see if I can deploy it now. No? Okay, let's just create another one. Make me an agent which translates Italian to English. That's a very simple one. All right. Let it rip. And then if I hit deploy, there you go. And so you have a URL here. And now if you call this URL, you can basically use whichever HTTP request library of choice. This is a terminal command. If you have a terminal command of choice, like maybe you have warp, you can just, oh, I need to copy paste this, sorry. And then you can say, okay, curl this will just start the agent and will give you the basic, there you go. If you want to potentially continue this conversation, actually, the first thing you gotta do is you do a post and you can do -- verbose. What you will get is a Toolhouse run ID. This is getting into like non-vibe coder territory, by the way. So then what you want to do is change the post into a put and put the Toolhouse ID right here at the bottom. This basically tells Toolhouse, hey, someone started a new chat with the agent. It's this ID here. Please continue, the conversation. And then you can append a new message. And I'm going to do that real quick. Message. And the next question is, mi piacciono le Ferrari rosse, which means I love red Ferraris. And so now the agent should answer and translate it to, there you go, I like red Ferraris, just like that. So that's how you can do it to call the API and initiate a conversation without the vibe coder touch. Are there any security concerns with agents we should be aware of? Absolutely. Like everything in life, do not put your credit, social security, credit card details. Agents are as secure as you make them to be. This is obviously very important that we say that because, we make our best and more to make sure that your data stays private. But if your agent is public, other people might be able to access the data. So in that case, you need to make your agent private, which you basically can do by clicking the toggle here. But that requires a paid membership to Toolhouse. So think about it. And also do not leak your API keys. Do not give away your credentials to anybody because they will be able to access your data. Just like you wouldn't give your bank PIN code to anybody. All right, a couple more questions. The GPT I made for real estate helps teach with your experience, like your brain. To action, we needed to have our coaching and parsing. Okay, from there I should fill out the fields. Okay, we can take this offline. This is a very long question, and I'm happy to help on DMs. Just DM me. I need to create a closed loop LLM that's privacy first. Any tips? A closed loop LLM, do you mean an AI agent? An LLM is basically just the model. The model, you can host it with Ollama. If you have a Mac or maybe even a Windows, if you just want to try something locally, just go to ollama.com and read the README and get started. You can run any models that's open source on your computer. How can we use our own API keys to power agents through Toolhouse? Well, you need to sign up to Toolhouse and get your own API keys, and then you just put it into the curl request as a bearer token. Okay. Can you work with a bespoke data set? Absolutely. You can load up a data set. You can make it available as a CSV file, or you can paste it into the agent's prompt when you build your agent down here. Depending on how big it is, I suggest make it a file, maybe like a CSV or Markdown. Those are the best. For example, data we gather. Yeah, sure. You can also ask the agent to connect to your Supabase instance. But in that scenario, you have to basically give up your Supabase connection secrets, like your API key or whatever, because actually Toolhouse can actually run your code. You can say, hey, Toolhouse agent, whenever someone asks you a question, call my Supabase database. This is my username. This is my password, et cetera, et cetera. And it will figure out how to connect to your database. Concern about data visibility. Where is the data stored? Some could be PI or PII data. I guess this is the same question as if you store your data in Supabase. Yes, it's exactly the same. It's not encrypted. It's not, it's not like Fortune 500 secured. You might be leaking your API key somewhere. Someone is going to access your database. That's not great. So try to be very mindful about what data you store in any integration, whether it's official or unofficial with Lovable, or just even Lovable. Don't just put your credit card information into Lovable prompts. It doesn't help you be safe or secure. Yes, there are templates. So yeah, that was a good answer. Dante, yes, there are templates. When you go to the homepage out here, you can try some of this here. These are very simple, but they'll get you started to understand how. Okay, next question. Nick, do you support MCP integration with WhatsApp? We do support MCP integration with any MCP server that has a remote MCP endpoint. It's a little bit more advanced. We can talk about it offline. I'm happy to answer that. Whoa, these questions are nonstop. All right. Is there a way to calculate the usage of testing before testing? How do you prevent abuse? You can basically change API keys to prevent abuse. And so you can have one API key for your internal testing and then another API key for the public testing. You can create 2 accounts. You can have one on a paid account, one on a non-paid account. And that way you can, 50 requests are free with Toolhouse, and then the rest you have to pay. So Brenton is asking on behalf of Arib, can I create a multi-agent team with Toolhouse? You could, absolutely. That would require you building multiple agents and connecting them together via the vibe-coded prompt. So you could say, when you're done processing the request from the user, call this other agent and paste the URL. So yes, you can do that. Does Toolhouse support 3D model building or Midjourney? We have a simple image generation tool that uses Flux, if you're familiar with that, but definitely not 3D modeling yet. However, if you have an MCP server which can provide you with a 3D model output, we do support MCP servers, and so you can do that. Can Toolhouse stream live data into a Lovable project? Absolutely. We've seen that with the workout coach. If I'm trying to build muscle and I'm like, I don't know, 2 meter tall, 200 centimeters, and I weigh 100 kilos, and I want to work out 5 times a week because I'm a giant, it's going to create a plan and it's going to stream the data into Lovable. So yeah, you can totally do that. We can see it in a minute. You can see any insights after messages, or how does that work? What do you mean by insights?
Maybe like the run log.
Oh yeah. If you want to see what your agent did, you can go here. This is the last one I run, Italian to English. You can say the whole back and forth, so you can debug it. And if you use any tools, let's see. Some of these. This one here, I think I used a. There you go. This one I used a MCP server to scrape the internet, and then there you go. I can see the result right here. It's all JSON. Not super clean, but it's definitely giving you debugging vibes. Mike is asking, is HIPAA compliance possible with paid membership? I would say yes, but that's on the enterprise tier. So let's chat if you're really interested. Rachel, very curious if an agent could monitor the feeds on my site to let me know when they stop working and send me a notification. Yes, it could. Absolutely. I don't know what a feed of your site means, but it probably can, because we do have a agentic browser behavior for any agent. And then the last question queued up here, am I able to create an agent that generates social media content? And if so, how? Yeah, you just build, like go here and you say, you are a social media content creator. You specialize in creating content for, and then blah, 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 blah. And you continue, and then you just deploy it, and then you can start from there and try it until you're happy with the results. All right.
Yeah, you can ask it to make things like, you can ask it to make things like image generation, sending emails to your users, whatnot. So you could bundle all that together into one simple agent instead of having to make multiple agents for content creation.
That's right. Now I'm going back into the chat really quick. Someone asked maybe what is a run? Every time the agent is activated like a zap, correct? That is what a run is. A run means the agent is activated. That's a run. Some LLMs are better than others. If a user experience is much more robust and creative than a customer help chat, how does Toolhouse compare to Claude and ChatGPT? We have multiple model support. We support Claude. We support OpenAI, Grok, whatever. It's one of the ones that are compatible with the SDK from Vercel. So if you need some custom model, get in touch. We'll figure it out. There's a question about parameters to pass to the agent. When you don't have to really think about the parameters, the Agent Studio will build those parameters for you as you chat to build your agent here. You can also pass variables, etc., etc. It gets more complicated. We also have a help site here, but we also have well, I don't know where I put it, but we actually built an agent that's called help.toolhouse.ai. And you can literally basically talk to our documentation through that. Where's the data stored? So, okay, we answered that. There is a perk. We'll post it into the forum. Yes. Okay. I'm going through the chat to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Gemini API Live, is that usable? You can use Gemini that's not on Vertex, but yes. How many agents can I combine for one project? As many as you want. What is the advantage of using Toolhouse over Supabase Edge functions with OpenAI queries? I'm not super familiar with the Supabase Edge functions. I think the Edge functions are mostly to connect to your database, but yeah, I would love to learn more about the
Functions
Supabase.
are like Lambda functions, so like short bursts, like 15, 30 seconds.
Interesting.
Of compute time. Yeah, it's like a Lambda function or.
Can you connect anything through the Edge function? Could you just write your own code, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess what the edge function don't give you is the context of a conversation. So for example, you might call, maybe, I'm not 100% sure, this is just an attempt to understanding. You might call like the ChatGPT endpoint via edge function, but then will you be able to maintain the conversation? So if I say to my agent, hey, my name is Orlando, and then I call the agent again, will it remember that I said my name is Orlando? If so, then I guess it's an alternative. Otherwise, Toolhouse handles the history of your whole agent.
It's also a lot easier to set up. You know.
Well, obviously, yeah, that's very true. I mean,
that we're yet using Toolhouse.
Toolhouse is literally built for engineers and vibe coders. I feel edge function is a little bit more less vibe coder friendly. Does an agent run is equal to a prompt like lovable prompts equals 1 credit? Yes, that's correct. And if a user taps into it from your site and use up all your agent runs, will it stop working? Yeah, it will stop working on the free plan. And then if you're on the paid plan, you have a lot of messages. You have 5,000. So, and also up to 50,000. So you'll be okay. Can I use Toolhouse with Framer? I don't know. This is a Lovable event. I don't know anything about Framer. You can connect to OpenAI API through Supabase Edge function, but I don't think it has memory function. There you go. That's someone else answering the question. So yeah, I think any more questions, since we're like, I don't know how long this our stream was planned to last. I think we went a little bit over. Sorry, I don't know why I said that with a weird accent.
You have a whole hour.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
The question there, I think Bobby had about using Toolhouse to scrape just random websites. If you want to scrape all random websites, put this one here is apartments.com. Do you be able to do that with something like Exa or something along those lines?
Some website, they have anti-bot measures, and so you cannot scrape them. It's legal. They don't want you to be scraped. If you have an enterprise use case that you need to scrape a certain website no matter what, unfortunately, there are ways around it. There are companies out there that will also help. I will not give you any recommendation because it's probably illegal, but you can chat with me in private and we'll maybe talk about this, but who knows? I do not want to be sued by anybody for giving you advice on how to do things that might not be legal. Do we have any further reading or courses? We have help.toolhouse.ai. We have docs.toolhouse.ai. We have discord.toolhouse. But honestly, you should just join the Shipped forum and ask us. Both me and Pete are there every single day. We read all of our DMs. We respond to all threads that mention Toolhouse, or if we are directly mentioned. And sometimes we also answer random threads where people are asking for help if we do know the answer. Again, if you want to get in touch with us, LinkedIn is your best friend. Our names are here somewhere, I suppose, visible to everybody. Otherwise, we can just link them again in the chat, which might not be seen. There was a QR code on the presentation earlier. I see already 11 people from here try to add me, so thank you for that. I feel very special right now. Thank you for thinking I'm someone worth connecting with. That's very nice of you. All right, this is me just one last time, and then Pete, you can do the same.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Again, we're so appreciative of this opportunity. Talisha, Brenton, we're in your debt forever. If you ever need more AI agent workshop, maybe later in the 6 weeks time, maybe some more advanced use cases, maybe some people are stuck, we're here to help. We'll happily jump back and definitely see you at the in-person event in San Francisco.
Woo.
Yeah, feel free to DM me or Orlando if you guys need any questions, have any questions about Toolhouse, need any help building a back-end agent.
That's
super
right.
great to be.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks, Toolhouse. Thanks for being a really active part of our community. The people of Shipped, thank you. I thank you. And
Thank you.
we'll see everyone out there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks everybody who's building on Lovable. Keep shipping, keep building, keep asking questions. We're in the best timeline of our lives. Anybody can be a builder. We have the tools, we have the resources, we have cheap AI inference. Like it's not that expensive to buy either Lovable or Toolhouse. You can make the billion-dollar company in your spare time nowadays. You just need to like keep shipping, keep building, refining. And the number one most important thing is talk to your prospective customer and users. So do that and you'll be successful. And we'll see you in a couple of weeks or on the forum or on LinkedIn. All right. Cheers, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Happy weekend. Happy Friday. Thanks for happy good night. Whatever. I don't know where you are, but we know you're all over the world.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right.
All right. Okay.
Brendan left that.
10 more seconds. Woohoo!
Just
That was
left
nice.
us.
I think Brenton had to go. Maybe